folks. This is pretty, isn't it? This is near the place where I grew up. I have actually sailed down this river on a homemade raft when I was about 12 years old. But I haven't been here for a long time. And I bumped into a friend who I knew from sort of school era, and yeah, she said her mum still had a place out in the woods, and I was welcome to come and use it. So here I am. Brought my hot tent with me. I think I'm going to set up on the edge of the river for tonight. And there's a field opposite full of cows, so I've got some company. So a big thank you to my friend, who I will leave nameless for the time being, but you know who you are. Thanks a lot. So yeah, I'm going to get set up. I got a new stove with me to play with, tent to pitch and all that sort of thing, so I'm going to get on with that. I need to do some wood and stuff, but yes, I'm here for chilling out. Might even have a swim. Whoa, nearly had an involuntary swim. Some of this is floodplain, so when we get heavy rains over here, part of this area is going to flood, but the river's quite low, so I don't think it's going to cause me any problems tonight. So I think down here by the water is just what I need, I think. This is the One Tigris Smokey hut tent, and I don't think I've used it for a year or so, so quite looking forward to a night in it, because there's lots of room, and obviously I can get my stove in there as well. Problem I got is I bought those ones, a tent footprint, the other's just a cheapy tarp, but I brought them to keep me dry from the wet ground, and they're wet from my last trip, so we'll give them a bit of time to dry out. But this is my new stove. This is the Thouse Winds titanium wood stove, and I've just made a video on it with all the details, so I'll link that up there if you want to have a look But yes, it's a flat pack titanium log burning stove, and that is the size of it, and it weighs 1.5 kilos and fits in my pack, so very happy about that. I'm going to put this together and we'll get some wood and get the fire lit. See, these titanium stoves, they got sharp edges, so got to be a little bit careful. Don't want any boo-boos. Hardest part about putting these stoves up is the chimney, which I've done at home with help from Mrs. CLB, but this will be my first time doing it in the field. You have to sort of burn these in the chimney so they remember their shape, so I'm hoping, because I've done all that, it should go together relatively easily. But obviously I'm not at home and I'm not on flat ground, so we'll see. That's good, it went straight in place. Nice, it does remember. That's on there good. Okay, we're in position. Right, so tent is ready. I'll blow up the mat and stuff later, but time is ticking away. I've got about an hour, I think, of daylight. The temperature's starting to drop a little, so it's time to get wood. Oh, I've got a brand new blade on my saw as well. a really old plane went over there. Didn't quite catch a glimpse of it. It's like a single engine job. Right, where was I? Getting wood. Yeah, hunky. Will do. No good coming out and just working all the time. Time for a break. Salute. Oh, there's bubbles coming up in this water. I think it's full of river trout, but also crayfish as well. It's nice here. Very quiet. I mean, there's a property a bit in that distance, but I heard an engine revving earlier, but to get here was down dirt tracks and stuff. So other than that sort of single prop plane, I haven't heard anything other than noise from that property over there. And that was only for 5 minutes. So yeah, really, pardon me, really tranquil. Nice. The cows are coming over to say hello. I can see them just through there. There's a lovely colour sky over there too. It's a nice evening. It's quite mild. I say the temperature is dropping. I feel cold now, but I haven't got many clothes on. I've only got this on. Now I've stopped working. I'm feeling the chill, but hey. But yes, I'm going to finish my drink and then better get my stove lit and get my bed made and stuff. Because dinner won't cook itself. Okay, so I've got pieces of wood from small to big and split a few of the big ones up. But some of this wood is a bit damp. Hopefully it'll be okay. We'll see. I've got a couple of these firelighter jobbies. Let's take a piece of wood just to put these on so I can move them around. Careful. Give that a little bit of time just to settle in. Got my fire gloves at the ready and my log poker inner. And that's that. Just let that get a bit of heat. And then while I remember, this is my carbon monoxide alarm, which is always worth having. So I need to find somewhere high to hang this up. I might just loop a bit of paracord around it and dangle it from the top of the tent, because this has got a bracket that you hold it to the wall with. But if I can just get one side off, push a bit of paracord through and get that to clip back in, that's good. That'll do, because there's a hook just up the top there where my light is, and hopefully this can be shared with my light. There we go. That'll give us a thermometer, so it'll give us a temperature reading as well, and already it's 15 degrees in here. Have a little squiz at the temperature, see what it is. I mean, I've got the doors open. Right, carbon monoxide parts per million is 0 and it's 23 degrees, admittedly up in the top of the tent. You know, down here it's probably more like 18, but it's pretty pleasant. I don't feel the need to put any clothes on. Right, I'm going to cook some supper, I think. Got a weird mixture for supper, sort of not got a lot of food at home, so got a bit of cooking oil, a little thing of salt and pepper, and I've got some little pieces of chicken, some onions, garlic and peppers, a little bit of macaroni, some coriander. Let's put that on the stove. What else we got here? This is a pot of fajita spice, some sour cream and chive, some passata, like a tomato paste sort of stuff, and a tomato. So I'm going to do a kind of a chicken fajita mix and then run some pasta through it for carbs, and that will do me nicely. Right. Hit these off for a minute. They've had a few minutes to cook. Put them over there. And get the chicken in and get a bit of colour on the chicken. And I'll put them vegetables back. Seasoning. This little stove is doing great. I'm really digging it. And this little pan is the, what is it, the Zebra lunchbox. It's the same size as my Zebra billy can, and it's just a bit more rotund, not quite as tall. So you can cook kind of stews and stuff in it a bit easier. So if I add this fajita spice to it, look at that. That is lovely stuff. Put these bits back in. Dribble of water in there. Right, what else we got? We got a tomato. And my passata. Busy with planes and stuff at the moment. There seems to be quite a few going over. There's a airfield around here. I don't remember there being one. Oh, actually, yes. There's the aerodrome where they used to film Top Gear. Is in the kind of village area. But I didn't think they flew planes and stuff from there anymore. Oh, look at that. That looks lovely. Now obviously you've got to be a bit careful with chicken, especially cooking it outdoors, but I bought the pasta because that will go in here with it, and obviously by the time the pasta's done the chicken should be cooked as well, so I'm not overly worried. Let's put that in. reckon. Wow, that's about done. It's just starting to catch on the bottom. Pasta looks like it's there. I'll just take it off now. Put it on a couple of twigs. I've got some coriander to go in and a bit of sour cream on top. Yummy. Big dollop of that in the middle. Sprinkle of that over the top. Oh, looks good enough to eat. Right then. Let's see how this is. What are we calling this? Mexican chicken stew. Yeah, it's good. Gosh, it's really good. Mmm. It's spicy, but it's really nice. Oh. Oh God, it's hot though. Mmm. It burnt my tongue. I think that's my evening done for the minute. Whoa. This is really good. Yeah, I'm going to eat my Mexican gubbins, drink my beer and chill for a bit. So, catch up with you later. Cheers. Oh. Shit, that's hot. Mm. See you in a bit. In a bit! Well, for a weird concoction, that dinner was very nice. I think I had just the right amount as well. I was just starting to get full when I finished it. I could do with something sweet, but I didn't bring anything sweet. I just had a phone call with my wife who was eating chocolate with the kids. Made me very jealous. But yeah, I'm alright in here. I just started to feel the chill a little bit, so I put my shirt on and zipped up one of the doors. I've still left a bit of a gap there. The fire had died down, so I've just stoked it up, and now it's going a good un. And yeah, I checked the temperature, and 26 degrees. But again, that's the top of the tent, whereas I'm at ground level, so You probably take off 5 degrees off that at least. But I say it's immediate, the heat. You know, the minute you sort of shut the door and stoke it up, it just suddenly warms up in here. It's very nice. Still doing alright for the carbon monoxide stuff, so that's okay. I feel quite good about it all. Oh. But yeah, nothing much to do now except laze about in my tent. I guess that's the only trouble with, you know, the winter when it gets dark early. You're kind of tent bound by a sort of reasonable time. What is it now? Oh, it's 10 to 9. That's not too bad. So, yeah, I think I'm just going to chill, drink my last of my beer. I've got a couple of mouthfuls left, and then I've got a bottle of red wine, like a half bottle, but I don't know if I fancy it tonight. I'm tempted to get in my sleeping bag now, because I want to take my boots off. Boots! Because they're muddy, and they get mud everywhere. I'm tempted to take them off and sort of settle in, but I'll still be up and down sorting bits out, I'm sure. Anyway, enough yakking. You don't need to hear me yakking, do you? I'll shut you off for the time being, and then we'll maybe reconvene at bedtime. If I don't do that, then I'll see you in the morning. Well, it's about 10 o'clock and I am calling it a night. Just been outside for a wee, and it's quite cold out there, but it's not cold in here. It is like coming indoors. Only there's a lot more mud. Well, yeah, that's me, I think. I'm actually quite tired, so I'll see you bright and early, no doubt. See you in the morning. Oh. I don't think I'm going to do this sleeping bag up for a while. Maybe just a little. Keep my bum warm. Yes. Good night, everybody. I was just laying there and thinking, crikey, I'm hot. I put all that oak on before I went to bed. I just thought I'd check the temperature. 47 degrees up there. Fucking hell. I think I'm going to open the door because I zipped myself in. That's, I think, why I've had the increase. But yeah, this stove is just pumping out heat. My face is burning. Gonna open the door for a bit. It's still going up. 49. Crikey. Oh, we've hit 50. That's it. I'm going outside. Still doing alright for carbon monoxide though. That's a good sign. 50 degrees. That is amazing. That's heat wave in Australia temperature, that is. Anyway, yeah, I've pinned the doors open again. That's it. Going to bed again. I think it's only about 11 o'clock now, but good night. Well, good morning. That was a noisy night. It rained quite heavily in the night. And, yeah, it woke me up at whatever time it was, small hours. But it's now nearly 9 o'clock. I think I stirred at about 5:30 and thought I'd have a little bit longer till it got light, because it was dark then. And yeah, I just woke up. It's about 9:15, so that was a decent night in the end. Everything's a bit wet though. The entrance to my tent is wet. The very end of my sleeping pad's a bit wet because there's a hole in my tent that side from a hot coal. So I think I might need to do a bit of tent repair at some stage and just tape that hole up, 'cause it's quite a chunk of a hole. But yeah, it was warm enough, dry enough. I let the fire go out after I went back to bed. I had no problems. Yes, I'm going to have a cup of coffee and I might pack up. I don't really feel like breakfast. I'm not particularly hungry, so I might just make a cup of coffee on my Trangia while I sort of slowly pack down. Start making my way out, I think. I don't really want to light the stove again now, because one, it's not cold and I don't need it, but also, you know, it's cold enough to pack away right now. If I light it, I'll have to wait for it to cool. So I think that's the thing to do. Boil some water on a Trangia and pack this stove away. Yes, very pretty out there. The cows are nearby. They've got little babies as well, calves, so it's quite a nice thing to wake up and have a look at. Bit of nature. Right, anyway, I'm going to get on. I'm sure I'm also near the end of my last battery. Last night I was thinking, I might go for a swim in the morning, but now we're at the morning and everything's a bit wet and damp. I don't really feel like it anymore, because if I go down there, getting in the water will be fine, but getting out again is going to be a slippery, sticky mess. There's a lot of clay in this river, so yeah, I'll probably end up filthy if I go in. So yeah, I'm going to just look after myself this morning, have coffee and bugger off. Almost level. Well, that's it. All packed up, cleared up, put the ground back so it doesn't look like I've been here. And I'm going to take myself home. So thank you very much for watching, and see you again soon. Take care.